Hi everyone! Today I want to talk to you about my Flowering Cactus Stamp Camp to Go. A Stamp Camp to Go is kind of like a stamp camp in which I cut everything for you and get everything ready to go, but you're going to have to stamp it on your own at home. So I miss my stamp camps, and so I decided I really needed to create some more stamp camps to go. I haven't done one in a while. I have some older ones, but I haven't done one in a while, and I really liked the Flowering Cactus product medley, and so I thought I would do a stamp camp to go with this one, and you will get the pieces for the product medley, or for the stamp camp to go, when you purchased the product medley. So the product medley, I want to show you the pieces for that, but I do want to tell you a couple different things. If you are a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and you already bought or are planning to buy the Flowering Cactus product medley, but you don't want to buy it from me because of course you get a discount if you buy it from yourself, you can still get access to my PDF and how-to video for these projects for $5. If you want the cut pieces, bump it to $12, and then you can use your own stamps, buy it from yourself, and that way you can still get the pieces from me to create these projects and still play along even though you're buying from yourself. Or maybe you're a customer and you've bought from another demonstrator and you already have this and you say, man, I have this stuff already, I wish I could do that stamp camp to go. You can, just you're not going to get it free like if someone who's currently buying it, but you can still get the parts for $12, and I'll give you access to the PDF in the video as well. Okay, so there's a couple of different ways to do it. Free with the purchase of the product medley, or $12 for the pieces to make 6 things, or $5 for just the PDF and video. Okay, now I want to show you the product medley so you know what you're getting, and I want to show you the projects. So let's do that. So the Flowering Cactus product medley is a big medley. And the reason why the Stamp Camp to Go is free this time is because it's kind of a higher price point. It's $70, but you get a lot for that $70. You get the Flowering Cactus stamp set and the dies. And I looked at other 15-piece photopolymer sets with 10-piece dies to try to figure out what would that normally cost on its own, and I found quite a few in the January to June catalog, which is where this is from, and those were at about $50 to $52.50 price point already. So it's a nice sized stamp set and die set, and I really liked the dies because not only do you have dies that cut out all the different cactus images, but you also have a couple additional ones. For example, this cute little detailed cactus that adds texture, and also this texture die that adds kind of a barbed wire look or cactus stripes. And then this is just little, kind of reminds me of the little spikes that come out of a cactus, kind of a little accent piece. So those all come in the die set. Now the sentiments are really nice. They're for a few things. You've got an I'm here for you, thinking of you. I like this one. Life can get kind of prickly. But then also there's a birthday. You know, we always need birthdays and things like that. So cute sentiments. And then the medley comes with linen and Calypso coral linen thread. It also comes with these embroidered felt pieces, and I've used some of them. You get more than this. You get 4 sheets of each color, so 8 total, and I've already punched some out. I put them in a little baggie, which I don't see at the moment. Here it is. So you get a lot of little felt pieces, and they're embroidered with little stitching, kind of fun. And then you also get a full 48 sheet paper pack, and I've used a bunch of this, but I want to show you the patterns. And I want to particularly pay attention to this one that I put up front, because this one you can cut out the different cactuses, and all the flowers have a die. So you can cut out this paper. Really fun. Okay, now let me show the rest of them. And you get eight of these. So you have, you're gonna have 8 of these, 8 of these, 8 of these. So you're gonna have a lot of cactuses that you don't even have to stamp. And I really like how they stamped them with the colors. And we're gonna do some of that with real ink on some of our projects. But most of the projects I'm using die cut straight from here. And I'm using my die cut straight from here. So your paper, when you're done with the cards that I sent with this, you're still going to have a full pack of paper. So you can recreate them if you wanted to. Alright, so you get 8 of this, but then if you decide you're done with all these little cactuses, the back has got a cute little pattern. Okay, and then that's one. Here's another This one I had a really hard time. I liked both sides of this paper. Like this one's kind of a no-brainer. I wanted to use these, and then if I do have a few left over, I can use that pattern. But this one, I wanted to use both sides. So hard. So luckily there's 8 sheets in your kit. Okay. And it was hard for me because I was designing cards for the Stamp Camp to Go, and I wanted to design a card using this, but I also wanted to design a card using this, and I did actually design for both. But the kit's going to come with one using this one because I have some other that are florally, and I wanted something masculine. So this one's really cute and fun. And then here's this side. And this one doesn't really scream cactus, so you can use this for a pretty Mother's Day card, Easter, whatever. This is beautiful. Okay? And then, here's some pieces left over. You're going to get 8 of this one. Really cute cactus background. And then a stripe background. That's a fun one. And then this one I thought was really cute. I happen to have a cactus which I got from my grandmother many years ago that I still keep to remind me of her, and it's a Christmas cactus, she told me. But it looks like this, and it blooms only once a year, kind of in the winter. And my blooms are bright pink, though. They're more magenta. This is kind of a Calypso coral, but it looks similar to this. I'm not sure what this cactus is supposed to be. And then the back of that one. That's a fun one. Okay, I think I showed you this one. Yes, I did. It's out of order. Okay, here's another one. I like this one a lot too because these cactuses look like little hearts to me. Really sweet. And then the back of that one. Okay, and then here's another one. Now here's this side, which is a really great accent piece. And then this side. Now I think this side looks like it could be used for poinsettias. If you need some Christmas paper come December and you wish you had some, you could use this. Okay, now, as I said, you're not even going to touch your papers and your felt pieces when you get the kit because I'm going to include all that, unless you're just buying the PDF. So I'm going to show you what I mean by that. So you're going to get a kit to make all 6 projects, and if it was able to be cut by me, I did it. So I cut out this cactus for you, and I've cut out everything you need. Now some of it needs to be stamped, so you're going to have to do that stamping on your own. So here's the kit itself, and I've included this background is a watercolor piece, and my video will show you alternates. So you can watercolor this, you could sponge this, I sponged. You can use some watercolor pencils, you can use Stampin' Blend. So I'm going to show you in the video different ways to do this background, and you can pick the one that works for you. And I also included a white sheet for the inside and an envelope in each kit. So that's one project. Here's project number 2, and here you've got all the pieces for that. So as you can see, I cut this out of the papers, so you don't even have to stamp that. You'll have to do some other stamping, but that is cut right from there. Isn't that fun? And then my felt pieces. Here's another project, and I've already done the die cutting for you, so you're going to have to do some stamping, but if I could do it, I did it. Now you're going to have to stamp these flowers and then cut them out with the dies. But that's simple. Or you can fussy cut. Here's the dies. And it cuts 2 flowers out at once, so it's faster than you think. Okay, and then here's this one. And that's got, and again I'm using pieces straight from here. So you're going to already have those cactuses. And then these little sparkles are cut from this one. So they're already done for you. Okay, and then this one. So again, on this one I'm going to show different alternates. You don't have to emboss if you don't want to. This is white embossing powder, and this is a background in a watercolor wash. So if that's not your thing, I'm going to show you in the video a couple different ways to do that. And then also one of the projects is a box, and that you will get. So you've got your box, and anything that's already cut, I cut for you. And you're going to put this cute little box together. And so I've included the twine, everything you need. So the only thing that you're going to need to add yourself is adhesive and ink. So most of the time we're using the die cuts, so you don't even need these inks. This is just basic black. But there are times when I did use some other colors. For example, this one I used mint and Highland Heather. Now you can leave this background plain and not do that if you don't have those colors, or you can find some substitutes. For example, this background can be achieved with Calypso Coral and Highland Heather or one of the greens, and you can change your green I used Mint and Highland, which is in here, but also in here is Pear, Pizzazz, and Mossy Meadow. So find what you own that'll work. Okay, and then what other colors do we need? Okay, let me see. I think I showed you that one. This one, again, uses dyes. So the only color you're going to need here is black, unless you want to add a cactus to the inside, which I did, of course. And I stamped it on there. Now you can cut out another cactus if you wanted to and put that on the inside. So you're going to need a green. And this one uses Pear, Pizzazz, Mossy Meadow, and Mint. So you can decide which greens work for you. What do you own? And if you do need to add another color to your order, maybe you want to add one of these, maybe you're missing Highland Heather or Calypso Coral or something. Actually, terracotta tile is a good substitute for this if you don't have Calypso Coral. You can substitute terracotta tile in a pinch if you needed to. It works. And then also just jade kind of works too. So if you needed to, it's got a little bit of a blue in it. You can maybe stamp off ones to lighten it to get it closer to that mint. So you can kind of play around with your greens. Old olive is a great substitute for pear if you needed to. So you can kind of play around with it. Granny apple green's a little too bright, I think, but you can see. Also, we're using crumb cake. If you don't have crumb cake, you can do gray granite here. You can use Sahara sand. Okay, and this is Pear, Pizzazz, and Calypso Coral. The card that uses the most ink, so this one, again, you can substitute crumb cake for Sahara sand. You can just decide not to watercolor the background. I use Pool Party here. This is a dye. So you just need the two colors, Pool Party and Sahara sand. But again, if you need to omit the Pool Party, you could. And you can use a different brown here. Soft Suede would be fine, or even Early Espresso would be fine. Now again, you're going to maybe want something for the inside. Okay, this is the one that uses the most color, and it's you can do some substitutes for this one too. This is using Poppy Parade, Pumpkin Pie, and Daffodil Delight, and I've used sponges to get that on there. So my video will show different ways to achieve this background. We're going to use blending brushes, but those are on back order right now. But you can still achieve the look with regular Stampin' sponges or a watercolor, and we'll even do watercolor pencil and blend backgrounds just to show you the different ways that you can achieve this look. And also here we're going to do some stamping, and I used Pear, Pizzazz, and Highland Heather. That Highland Heather color has popped up a couple times, so you might want to grab it if you don't have it. And also Pear, Pizzazz is the green that's used the most in the papers. But again, you can substitute that for Old Olive. This is Mossy Meadow and Pear. But I bet if I didn't tell you that, you might have thought that was Old Olive. So see what you own already. And if you don't have Poppy and you wanted to go real red, you could. If you don't have Pumpkin Pie and you wanted to go Terracotta Tile or Calypso Coral, you could. And then this down here, if you have Bumblebee, Crushed Curry, Daffodil Delight, you can play around with those colors too. So there are options. You don't have to have every single color, but I will list them at all the colors used at my blog, as well as the various ways to purchase the Flowering Cactus Stamp Camp to Go. Now there's also another product called the Flowering Cactus Product Refill. Now that does not include, so it's just taking out these two pieces, taking out the stamps and the dies. And I purchased a refill so that I can make more of your kits. But if you wanted to, you could even purchase just a refill. It doesn't then include the free Stamp Camp to Go. But the refill is really a fun addition if you are thinking that $70 was too much, but you really like these cactus papers. This is a fun little product line. And you get the papers and the little felt flowers and the twine. Okay, so that is the Flowering Cactus Stamp Camp to Go. If you have any questions at all, please feel free to email me. And you can find my email at my blog, or you can message me at my blog and Facebook. Both of those are under bethspapercuts.com. And I hope that if you have any questions, you'll let me know. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.